Growing up, many of us were told the same thing: study hard, get a good job, save whatever you can. But even after doing all that, money still felt like a constant struggle. We watched our parents stress over bills, late nights, and sacrifices that became part of everyday life. Those moments shaped how we see money today, even if no one ever explained how it actually works. We were raised to believe that a stable job equals a secure life. But in today's America, that idea collapses. Fast layoffs, rising prices, and debt make security feel like a moving target. You can follow every rule and still feel like you're falling behind. And that's when the frustration hits. Nobody taught us to build wealth, only to survive. And here's the real kicker: the rules we were taught weren't designed to make us wealthy. They were designed to keep us obedient, predictable, and stuck in the same cycle as everyone else. Meanwhile, wealthy families quietly teach their kids a completely different playbook, one that actually leads to freedom. This is why Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad matters more than ever. Hey everyone, Ethan here. Welcome to Ethan's Money Library, building wealth, one book at a time. I'm your host on this financial adventure, helping you discover the money lessons the rich pass down to their kids. Before we dive in, quick disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only. And if you want more book-based lessons to level up your financial future, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Today we're breaking down 3 powerful secrets the rich teach their kids from Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and most importantly, how you can apply them in your everyday American life. Stay with me, take notes, and use these lessons. Rich families teach their kids to think like owners, not employees. Instead of asking how to work for something, they ask how to own it. This mindset gives kids confidence and freedom long before they become adults. Most people depend on just one source of income, and losing that job means losing everything instantly. But owners spread their risk because their money comes from multiple streams. Kids who learn this early grow up believing they can build security instead of fearing the future. Imagine your kid growing up knowing how rent income, digital income, or small businesses work. Instead of fearing money, they approach it with curiosity and excitement. This confidence becomes the foundation that sets them apart from paycheck-to-paycheck living. Rich families introduce money early so kids grow up seeing it as a normal tool, not something scary. They show children simple ideas like cash flow, allowance, or buying tiny assets so they learn naturally. When money feels familiar from a young age, confidence grows fast. Kids who learn about money early grow into adults who stay calm when life throws financial challenges at them. They don't panic over bills, debt, or unexpected costs because they understand how money works. Early lessons build long-term stability and confidence. Many parents avoid talking about money because it feels stressful or embarrassing. But avoiding it leaves kids unprepared and afraid of money when they're older. Teaching early prevents financial fear and builds stronger decision-making. The rich teach their kids one powerful truth: money behaves differently depending on what you buy. Assets add to your life by putting money back in your pocket, while liabilities quietly drain it away. When kids understand this early, they grow up making smarter choices that build freedom instead of pressure. Most Americans grow up spending their income on things that look good, but drain their wallet: car payments, interest, lifestyle debt. Meanwhile, wealthy families teach their kids to aim for assets like rental income, royalties, or digital earnings. It's not about working harder, it's about planting seeds that keep growing even when you're not there. Imagine waking up knowing that while you slept, your money kept working like a loyal little team. That's why the rich avoid a major trap thinking liabilities are assets just because they look fancy. When kids learn this difference, they stop chasing appearances and start building real financial strength. Your mindset is the engine that drives every financial decision you make. Rich Dad always said that what you believe shapes what you do. When you shift your mindset, you shift your entire financial future. Most American families have less than $5,000 saved. Not because they're lazy, but because their mindset pushes them toward overspending. Many avoid investing simply because it feels scary or unfamiliar. Changing your mindset opens doors to opportunities others never even see. Poor mindset says, "I can't afford it," and the conversation ends. Rich mindset asks, "How can I afford it?" And suddenly possibilities appear. When you push past fear, you tap into creativity, courage, and financial growth. Rich families teach kids that fear is completely normal. Everybody feels it. But they also show that you don't have to let fear make your decisions for you. When kids learn this early, they grow into adults who face life with confidence instead of hesitation. Many Americans avoid investing not because they can't do it, but because fear convinces them it's too risky. This fear leads them to miss decades of potential growth. Teaching kids to understand risks calmly helps them make smarter choices in the future. When kids are taught to avoid all risks, they grow up avoiding opportunities too. Rich Dad teaches that the key is not to fear risk, but to learn enough to make the risk smaller. This mindset turns challenges into doors instead of walls. Rich Dad teaches that learning never really ends because money and opportunities keep changing. Even as adults, we must stay curious and open to new ideas. When kids see us learning, they naturally grow into lifelong learners too. Most Americans spend more time on entertainment than education, and that gap shapes their financial future. When kids read, question things, and explore ideas, they grow braver and smarter with each step. This habit makes them adaptable in a world that changes fast. Poor Dad says learning ends after you get a degree, but Rich Dad believes in upgrading your skills forever. If you stop learning, your earning potential stops growing too. Every new skill becomes another tool that helps kids build a stronger financial future. Rich families let their kids try small business ideas because they know mistakes build real confidence. When a child experiments, they learn how to think, solve problems, and adapt when things don't go as planned. These early challenges shape them into adults who aren't afraid to face real financial decisions. Kids who try, fail, and try again become more resilient because they learn not to fear the unknown. Every attempt teaches them to think differently and push through frustration. Over time, they grow into adults who can handle pressure and take smart opportunities confidently. When parents overprotect their kids, they unintentionally block them from gaining real-world money skills. Kids need the freedom to make small mistakes now so they can avoid big ones later. Rich families understand that guided failure is often the most powerful teacher. Today we learned the 3 big secrets rich families teach their kids. Think like owners. Start early with money and make money work for you. These lessons aren't only for the wealthy. They're for anyone ready to break the cycle and create a different future. If you found this valuable, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a financial shift. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Which secret surprised you the most? Let's talk about it. This is Ethan from Ethan's Money Library, Building Wealth. One book at a time. Take care, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next chapter.